I always see videos about Pastor Tobi alleged scamming his people or whatnot. And I always watch these videos and I'm just like, he must be doing something right in the terms of changing people's lives. Now, obviously, yesterday I done a video, obviously, about Vic Santoro giving evidence on Panorama. You get me? Obviously, it's an open investigation. Obviously, trying to send Pastor Tobi to prison. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I want to actually talk about Pastor Tobi, and then I'll start my YouTubes like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And go on from here as I'm back. Now, my thing is in the UK is we always familiar. Like a lot of people know that I'm from the UK, so they're familiar with me. Now, if I was from America, it would be something different. And the reason why I say that, Pastor Tobi's from the UK, so the hate that he gets is because people know that he's from the UK and people are familiar with him. But when it comes to the flip side, if we're talking about Hush Puppy, obviously Hush Puppy is, obviously he's gone to jail for his crimes. He's in jail right now. But if we're talking about Hush Puppy, I remember when Hush Puppy had his cases, and I remember when obviously everything was happening with Hush Puppy, a lot of people respected him. I wanna let me know in the comments, why is that? Why obviously Hush Puppy's not from the UK, so we can't relate to him, but people respected him. People was bantering, it was a banter. But when it comes to Pastor Tobi, is something else. And I'm not putting Pastor Tobi and Hush Puppy in the same category. I'm just saying there's a line where they're saying, oh yeah, Pastor Tobi's doing this, that. I want to flip my screen and go into a little bit off the Panorama documentary, and obviously I want to kind of state a couple facts here, you get me? Because me looking at Pastor Tobi, I feel like he's changed people's lives. Like, I feel as a Muslim, I've been in jail with gang bangers, bro. Like gang bangers, and I'm gonna play shortly like who the people that I've been in jail with, and their lives totally changed, bro. Doing positive stuff. So in my head, it's like it can't be all negative what people are trying to portray. You get me? But let's go into this. Let's get into this. This is what was playing, innit?
They don't have, so that they can share the money.
Let's get into this one, innit? Obviously,
about the church.
we start from here because we played it from here yesterday.
Is an ex-offender himself. Now he's a musician and actor. Vic told me his 20-year-old brother joined Spack Nation earlier this year. As a budding football coach, his pastor offered him a tempting proposition.
My mum phoned me.
Yeah.
I was like, your brother started up a business.
Really?
And she was really excited about it. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so proud of him. He told me, no, these people in the church approached me and said X, Y, Z, they can help me start a coaching thing.
The pastor registered a company in Vic's brother's name.
And by the way, guys, because Pastor Tobi got brought up in this, I thought let me just do a segment about him and let me give my reactions about it. So it's not this towards Vic Santoro. We all see this on 4Ks on BBC Panorama, but let's just go into Pastor Tobi.
When I was asking about the application process, he said, no, I never filled in an application. I just gave them my details and they did it. So straight away, I'm just thinking, that's not a church's responsibility to be doing that.
The business account had an overdraft facility. How much was that?
£2,000 the overdraft was.
£2,000.
Yeah.
What happens to that money?
So they basically take him to the bank. He withdraws £1,400, give it to them, because they said it was part of consultation fee / helping him set this business up.
But there was no business and no money in the account. In the end, Vic's brother was left £2,000 in debt to the bank. Why do you think he fell for this?
There's an element of him not doing research or being diligent enough. However, in ethnic minority communities, a lot of families, like God, like faith in general, it's like a beacon of hope for most families.
You see, in America, yeah, and in Africa or wherever, yeah, there's loads of communities like where we raise money for your community, right? You look, correct me. Obviously, I don't know much about what happens in obviously the communities when it comes to raising money and etc. etc. All I know is I'm going on the BBC Panorama exposing of the fake Spack Nation. You get me? So, but there is communities. We do it in the masjid. Like in the masjid, we donate. We donate. We donate. We donate every Friday. We donate.
He said there's no reason why they would be trying to trick him into anything or trying to do, anything that can get him in potential trouble. So he would obviously take their word for it. Why would you use God's name to trick me?
Those of you called to make money is a call. Don't give up on it. Don't let the world teach you false humility. So don't.
Spack Nation encourages worshippers to donate money.
By the way, guys, the narrative for this is to show the worst parts of Spack Nation to make Spack Nation look like madness. This is what this documentary is, a narrative. So me playing this, I'm not saying that Spack Nation, I'm seeing there's hundreds of thousands of people in Spack Nation, so they must not be as bad what people are saying or as bad what Panorama's saying. Obviously, there's people in there that they're saying that they're victims, so I have to kind of be like, look, open book here. There's people are saying X, Y, and Z with money and whatnot, and they didn't know X, Y, and Z. But let's look at this.
Money to the church. It says the more they give, the more wealth and success they get back. They call it sowing seed. Tobi Adeboyega even suggests how much seed members should donate every month.
A basic person in the month should give £1,000. I think that's normal. I think it's no big deal. It's not even that deep.
Panorama has now spoken to many young people who say they felt under intense pressure to give.
Oh shit! Sorry guys.
£1,000 a week.
Sorry, let me rewind this. I'm all looking like that. Go from here.
It's no big deal. It's not even that deep.
Apologies.
Panorama has now spoken to many young people who say they felt under intense pressure to give.
I know people personally that have given £1,000 a week. You don't ever question how you get the money, you just get the money and give.
We never openly admitted to each other about the struggles that we had in terms of giving. All we knew is that there was a vision that Pastor Tobi has set for each member to also have in their minds and in their hearts about the church, and then we were all supposed to contribute regardless.
When you are the biggest giver, it's noted. You will be endorsed, you will be called on stage, you will be shown love, and you'll be treated differently.
If God has been good to you, hallelujah.
The man everyone wants to please, Tobi
2017.
He's a charming guy and very intelligent with his wordplays and with the way he preaches. Through that psychological mind play, you want to do what Pastor Tobi asks you to do. And in Spack Nation, you don't ever disobey your leaders.
The church says it has 5 community units in London. They're run by Tobi Adeboyega's most senior pastors. Called the Generals, they lead his recruitment and fundraising.
The generals are the people that are very close to Pastor Tobi.
Here's my thing, yeah. This is my thing. Is this. If Pastor Tobi is that bad, why does he have hundreds and hundreds of people in Spack Nation? What are they blinded, or all the money that's going to his pocket? I don't understand that. So it's I don't know. Please just explain, because obviously there's people that maybe have been in Spack Nation and that's left Spack Nation for obvious reasons. But please explain why this is. Obviously, let's go into, because this is the big topic here about him and his immigration. I know Vic Santoro knows quite a lot about immigration. This is why it baffled me why he was on BBC trying to say all of that about Pastor Tobi, because obviously he's going through, Vic's battling from immigration, so is Pastor Tobi. Let's go through this. I've never watched this one before. Let's go through it.
Immigration Tribunal decision.
Right.
What are your next steps? Are you going to attempt to fight deportation?
Well, there is no deportation order, first of all. I need to make that clear. The next step is already done, meaning that there's a case in court already. There is, it's an ongoing issue.
You entered the UK on a visitor's visa in 2005
Yeah.
and attempted to regularize your status in 2015 or 16 before applying for leave to remain in 2019.
Yeah.
Some people might ask why you waited so long to try to regularize your status, especially given that you're a high-profile person.
Yeah.
Because essentially that means that you've been in the UK all this time unlawfully.
I was just a regular person, helping people in Peckham, Queens Road, Peckham. Of course, I lost
Peckham.
track of time. I came here as a boy, 25-year-old boy then, and you have uncles and family saying, this is sorted, we're doing it, until I realized it's not done.
Do you think that you should be allowed to stay in this country, given that you have been here essentially unlawfully for close to 20 years?
Well, the court and all the other processes will decide that.
If you do lose the case and you are removed from the UK, will you move your organisation to Nigeria?
It's impossible. My organization is here, my organization is everywhere, and to move it to anywhere else means leave people to keep killing themselves. So no, we're not going to move the community or the...
Remember he said, leave people to keep killing themselves. Just hold that one there.
Movement. We're just going to establish more and find a way to do what we need to do.
I know you've said multiple times on social media, rightly, that you haven't faced any criminal charges.
Right.
But there have been a number of serious allegations made about your former church, Spack Nation.
Okay.
In 2024, the Charity Commission did publish their inquiry report, and they said that there were incidences of serious misconduct and mismanagement when it comes to safeguarding and financial transparency. What would you say to that?
It is false. They've been on this thing for the past 4 years. So there are allegations, there are issues. Why is the police not involved? Why is nobody facing any inquiry? Why is there no inquiry?
But the Charity Commission did say that there was serious mismanagement and misconduct.
So
that's a separate report.
Yes.
So with regard to that, what would you answer to what they said?
So that's what we're asking the Charity Commission now. What is the serious blah, blah,
They're trying to give up. They're trying to gather evidence to send my man to jail. This is the same thing with Vic. Like, this is what I mean. And this is he's the fool guy. You know what I mean? Like, if anything and it's happening in his business or his departments, whatever happens, he could be the fool guy. This is what happens.
Blah. You can't just say there is a serious this and that. What is it, and who is going to answer for it?
You've spoken a lot about how many people you say you've helped, but then you do have these former members who have come out to speak about the exploitation they feel that they have experienced.
Right.
How do you reconcile your vision with what these people have said, because they're extremely different?
I just finished service today, hundreds of young people. Some of them have been here for 8 years, meaning been in the church 8 years. Some 14 years. I've known some of them since I was 14. And you need to hear what they are saying about the church. So please, for any reasonable human being who is not just victimizing anything they don't like, if you have 1,000 people in a place, are you telling me 30 people will not be disgruntled?
This is more than being disgruntled, though. These are serious allegations
Without
of
fact.
abuse.
I've asked you if you have any fact. Situations happen, but there's no fact that the church was directly involved or that the church didn't take action if reported to.
So no one ever came to you or presented any of these allegations to you about financial exploitation?
Not once. We set up, when we heard these things, we set up a panel of inquiry, independent. We picked people from outside the Nation family or Spack Nation, and we asked people to come forward if there is an issue.
But if there are multiple allegations of wrongdoing within your organisation and you are the head of that organisation, some would say that the buck stops with you and it's your responsibility to weed this type of behaviour out.
And they will be right. And we've set up many panels and we've asked people publicly and privately to come forward if there are issues. Every organisation has issues. The Catholic Church still has issues till tomorrow morning. Did you shut them down?
a lot has been said about the lifestyle that you portray, designer clothes, lavish cars. Some people would say that that is slightly contradictory to Christian values of humility and modesty. Right. How would you answer that?
Well, I'm me, and I practice my own Christianity by impacting my community, making sure that I don't stay within the four walls of the church and tell people about going to heaven. I put on what is right, what connects to the generation I'm speaking to, so that they are not attracted to drug dealers and rappers. Nothing wrong with rappers, but drug dealers, so that what they are looking for, they can find the hope of that in me.
I'll be honest with you. Here's my take on it, bro. He's got 1,000 members that is with Spack Nation, bro, and he's got a small number of individuals. We're businesses. If you shop at Amazon, bro, and you might not be happy with Amazon, but you might shop at Amazon. Listen, guys, let me land here, because there is alleged victims and there's people that's been hard done by. So please let me know in the comments. Give me some more context. But why is there 1,000 people part of a church organization, part of a nation, if what people are portraying, what he's saying and what he's doing is scamming people? Like, they're just handing over money. I don't understand that. Please break this down to me. Like, I don't understand it. If there's, out of the 1,000 people, there might be 20 people that's complained about their experience, one being Vic's brother and whatnot. Like, just break it down to me. If there's 20 people, does that mean that everyone else? I don't understand. There's bare stuff that's been going online about Pastor Tobi, but I'm trying to understand. Why would the 1,000 members plus be a part of this? And this is one thing that I respect about Pastor Tobi. I've seen a lot of the roadmen in jail. They've come out and they found Christianity. They found Spack Nation. They've never looked back. They've never looked back. I've always heard man do drill music, church, like in a positive, not about ducking man down and dipping man up, like being positive. Like, I'm gonna play this one here, because for me, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna play this one, because this one here is a serious one for me, man. But I was in jail with this brother here.
Hey, you are watching BBC Breakfast. Now, knife crime is a subject that continues to dominate the news. Just this weekend, 6 people were stabbed in London. In one incident, a 54-year-old shop worker lost his life.
In a moment, we'll speak to Pastor Kevin, who's joined us in the studio this morning, who's a reformed gang leader, and now on a mission to stop knife crime by working with young people. His efforts are the focus of a new BBC Three documentary called Escaping Gangs: Death, Jail or Redemption.
Where's everything happening?
Junior is now looking for a way out of gangland.
In Jesus' name.
He has started coming to Kevin's weekday service in East London, which attracts hardcore gang members.
You don't need it anymore. It's holding you down. You have to let it go. It is coming out in the name of Jesus.
Despite his willingness to change, Junior is facing a battle to leave his past behind.
Man once said to me, always be ready to meet your killer. And to be...
Hold on. This is what I mean, like, bro, man is doing their own evening sessions trying to get active gang members off the roads, bro. Trying to do positivity. Like, and this is a person that's come from Spack Nation, bro, who I was in jail with, who was on. Like, he was doing mad stuff. Like, he was active. Now he's changed his life. So and this is what I mean about us, guys. We hear one and two things, and then the rest of us follow suit, and then all of a sudden, Pastor Tobi's a scammer, or Pastor Tobi's doing this, or because we might hear from 1-2 stories. And I'm not saying that their stories are not true. You get me? There's an organization, there's not one man. You get me? This is what I mean. But I'm saying Spack Nation can't be like all wrong if you're seeing people like Kevin, bro, like he has his own days that he's trying to get people off the roads. these times we're meant to be advocates for putting down the knife on our youth and knife crime. But then on the flip side, we're trying to send the same man that's pushing this, get him deported and send him to jail and whatnot. Listen, guys, come on, man. Like, we need to look at this and look at what is our message here. What is our message?
To be honest, I'm always ready. So if that day ever comes, it comes, innit?
You are the light in your family. You are the light in your kingdom.
Well, good morning, Stuart. Pastor Kevin is with us. Welcome to breakfast. Thank you very much for coming in. That's part of the church service called Spack Nation, which many people may have heard about. I'm interested in your background. You're a former gang member. So at what age were you sort of involved in that? And tell us a bit about how you sort of came out the other side.
Well, I got involved in gangs roughly about the age of 10, 11, where I used to just see what was going on in my area, and I just started following from there. And very young age, but I caught on to what was going on in the area very, very quickly, and then that shaped the rest of my life.
So how long were you in the gang for then?
So I came out of a gang basically at the age of 25. So,
and what was it that finally, I mean, tell us about the process, and what did you finally think? I've got to make a change here, or how did it happen?
To be honest with you, I didn't think that I was going to make a change.
Right.
I had to be put in a position where change was actually defined to me. And that only happened when I went to a church called Spack Nation. I actually went there to cause a bit of trouble. And having gone there, I heard Pastor Tobi speaking, and what he was speaking about was basically what I wanted. And I just perceived it.
So do you think, I mean, because we talk about, as Louise said right at the introduction, we talk about knife crime and gang culture a lot on this programme. I think many people are aware of the sort of lives it's destroying, particularly young people in various parts of the country. Did you ever see another way out of it, or did you think that would be your life, if you like?
To be honest with you, I didn't see a way out of it. And if I'm going to be really transparent, I didn't want to see a way out of it at that point of time, because I was in that bubble. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And nothing else out of that world existed.
So the question for you, I suppose, is so you're now you're now in a very different position, and you are trying to basically target young men who are in a similar position to the one you were in.
Yes.
So how do you make them or persuade them to sit up and listen to you?
Well,
they can relate.
I've said this.
One thing I will say before you even start is, you see the younger generation, they don't want to listen to people that they can't relate to. Get me? They want to listen to people like Kevin or myself or other people that's actually been through it and actually have a success story. He is a role model, bruv. He's a role model to the youth, to what we're trying to do, because we're always complaining about lowering the knife crime. My man said he went to Spack Nation, to cause trouble, and after listening to what Pastor Tobi said, now his whole life's changed. And you see, my man's actually on the BBC promoting the stuff that we all should be promoting. And this is my thing. Spack Nation can't all be crazy then, how we put it out to be. Like, my man, like, I see man getting attacked crazy. And for me, if there's Kevins and there's many other Kevins that's trying to take the youth off the streets, bro, we need to kind of safeguard that, bro, and address what's happening, or they need to kind of do an audit within their organization in terms of how financial stuff happen, instead of us people trying to do panorama documentaries or this, that to try to get my man deported, bro, because he's obviously got an impact. There's an impact that he's got a hold on the youth. Now the youth is stopping what they're doing, and they don't want to take a life no more. They want to save a life. Come on, man. You get me, bro? You see me, I'm never a follower, bro. I look at information and I pray it and I take it in.
Something that my mentor at Spack Nation tells me all the time. If I'm gonna, let's just use the analogy of a ex-alcoholic or an alcoholic. I'm not gonna, if I'm not an alcoholic myself, I can't tell an alcoholic how to behave. And I can't tell him how to stop doing what he's doing and what is gonna affect if I'm not that person myself. Now, me being an ex-gang member, I think I'm in the best possible position to tell another gang member to stop and to follow me because I've been through it, I've done it, and look where it's got me.
And do you think, are you filling a gap that's not there anymore from either community centres or whatever else could sort of rescue the young men, particularly that you deal with, from the situation that they're in?
I think Spack Nation is definitely filling in the gap.
Let's stop there. Let's stop there. Let's stop there. Because that's my thing. Like, my thing is they're doing something mad. Like, they're doing something mad. Questionable, the stuff that's inside what they need to sort out. Cool, man. They need to sort that out, innit? It's been highlighted. They need to sort it out. But the mindset of UK, because these people are from the UK, we feel familiar with these people. And then when we look at people like Hush Puppy, for example, this is a little video, we respect this, which is okay. We respect this. Like, get me? Obviously, my man's actually, Pastor Tobi and Hush Puppy is different. But we actually will banter and like, boom, like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Let's get into it. I'm not watching all of this.
Dubai's police force was able to solve the new operation dubbed Fox Hunt 2, where 12 other gang members were also arrested. Six raids were carried out simultaneously while the suspects were sleeping in their Dubai residences. After months of investigating and hours of monitoring the gang's social media accounts, a team of highly trained Dubai police officers were able to confirm the gang's whereabouts and fraudulent activities. The Nigerian Instagram celebrity, who was arrested on multiple fraud charges for crimes committed in different parts of the world, boasted about his wealth and expensive possessions on social media, claiming he is a successful businessman. Little did Abbas know, Dubai e-police teams were tracking his...
I'm going to finish it like this, guys. The question is to you, yeah? Because we're familiar with people from where we're from, we give our own people a hard time. So it's like, okay, cool, man's from London or UK, we give, because we're from that area, we give them people the hard time. But when it comes to people like Hush Puppy or someone else around the world, because we not familiar, we know that they're not from there, it's okay, or we will run the jokes, or we'll, oh yeah, boom, you got to chop money or whatever, boom, 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 chop money. But when it comes to people like Pastor Tobi, he's basically saying, yo, what are you actually saying here? Like, okay, you're saying madness, but we've got 1,000 members and we're actually taking people off the streets. But we're not looking at the most important thing, and we're trying to do crazy stuff from the minorities, which I'm not saying that their cases are not true. I'm just saying that the minorities, that if you had a normal business or at Amazon, or you had businesses that, get me, or whatever, bro, whatever, JD or whatever, and something's happened mad, we would make a complaint. And sometimes people put bad reviews, and sometimes people go online to do it, bro. But it doesn't mean that the whole of the business is crazy, or the face of the business is crazy. But please let me know in the comments, man. And I'm back, and I'm happy to be back. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and just get into this. Peace.